So, this story begins back in third grade when my parents decided to host a barbecue party on the 4th of July, I think. And what happened was we had invited two of our neighbors, the neighbors' kids. Their names were Emery and Maddox. And so during this party, right, we were talking and we were playing with the hose back in the yard. And we were spraying each other. And Emery, she was older. Well, Maddox was younger than me. So Maddox was 6 and Emery was 9. Perfect number combo. And basically what happened was Emery wouldn't give me the hose. So I decided to go cry in a corner of despair. And basically, I got really sad. And I decided to bike away, like run away from home type of stuff. And while I was going and biking past the cul-de-sac, keep in mind this was a pretty old and rusty bike, so it could have broken down at any minute. I was like crying, shedding tears, and then when I got to the end of the cul-de-sac, I started wondering, wait, what happens if I get kidnapped? Because naturally, my 8-year-old brain was like, I'm gonna get kidnapped. But I mean, I was also stupid, so I just kept going. And I saw a red Ram truck, and I remember this vividly. He pulled over. He was in front of me also, and he held up his hand through the windshield, and he's like, "Stop!" He didn't even say anything. Naturally, I was really creeped out because this has never really happened, and this was never normal, even though Colorado was a very friendly place. So he held out his hand. He's like, "Come on, go." I didn't go. And he's like, "Stop." All right, and this is where it all began. He decided that something must happen, and he got out of the car, and he was wearing, I think, one of those lumberjack shirts. And while he was stepping out, I was like, wait, no, I'm actually gonna get kidnapped now. So what I did was I tried to run, but I kind of froze in shock because this guy, I'm pretty sure he was holding a knife since he was about 60 feet away from me. Well, it looked like a knife. And he had this thing in his hand that kind of looked like a chloroform thingy, because I recently watched a movie with it, and now I know everything about that stuff. And it looked like one of those, and I got really scared because oh my god, my mom was telling this to me once, and I decided to run on my bike. I can't run on a bike. Fuck. I biked away, and he put his chloroform in his pocket and decided to start chasing me, right? And I came back to the cul-de-sac, and I was crying even harder. And this guy backed off the second he saw that there was a party going on. And basically, when he saw that happen, he just ran away back into his car, and he's like, oh shit, uh-oh, one of my victims has family. And I bet he was kind of surprised. And after that, I told my parents, and they didn't believe me, at all. And basically, still to this day, 4 years later, they still won't believe me about anything that I say about this, and they say, oh yeah, you had a nice imagination when you were a kid. So from now on, nobody believes it except for my closest friends. And this is the first episode of a podcast series I'm going to be starting, just talking about crazy stuff that happened in my life. So bye, I guess.